at 5:30, trying to help teens find jobs this summer. One state program could give businesses a tax break for hiring. We'll tell you what could put people to work.
Also, meth abuse cases in Central New York have become more common. Tonight in our Facebook story of the day, we'll explain how in some cases drug abuse can even impact the family pet. And
she's a dog that's making a difference at Heritage Farms. I'll tell you how you can help Charlotte coming up.
Good evening. I'm Jackie Robinson.
I'm Matt Mulcahy. A local nonprofit rescued a stray dog in need, and now the group needs your help trying to give it life-saving surgery. Heritage Farm found the canine struggling in Balkville. That's right on Route 20 east of Morrisville. That organization helps people with disabilities on a working farm. New at 5:30, Jessica Kane tells us how the manager rescued the dog from a drainage pipe.
Charlotte is a stray dog who has brought a lot of smiles to Heritage Farm. Jessica Kane reporting.
And for information on how to donate to help Charlotte, log on to CNYCentral.com. Click on the story in the news section. We will give you the phone number. And now to our Facebook story of the day. You wanted to know more about a cat that was found high on meth. When Oklahoma police arrested a couple on meth charges last week, they found more than a dozen cats inside the home, most of them wild. This gray and white house cat was taken in by a local veterinarian who is now dedicated to getting him healthy. The vet was able to detox the animal from meth, and now the cat's biggest health issues are his teeth. The doctor says animal neglect and a poor diet cause these horrific infections.
We grade cat's teeth here 1 through 5. His teeth are absolutely horrible. I'd grade him almost a 10.
Now, they've already had calls from families wanting to give him a healthy home. To help us choose our story of the day, like CNY Central on Facebook. We'll post ideas weekday mornings at 6.
You're up to the minute top stories we're following tonight on NBC3 News at 5:30. The defamation lawsuit against Syracuse University and basketball coach Jim Boeheim was in court today. The chief accusers in the Bernie Fine sexual abuse case, former ball boys Bobby Davis and Mike Lang, both walked into court with high-profile attorney Gloria Allred and the rest of their team. Both sides argued about whether or not the case should be dismissed. The judge is going to take at least a couple of weeks to decide whether or not this suit will continue. The fight continues tonight over new flood zone maps recently released by FEMA. U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand was in Syracuse today, saying she's hoping FEMA will reconsider. The maps include more than 1,000 new properties along Onondaga Creek. Putting those homes in the flood zone means property owners have to pay more for costly flood insurance. And National Grid submitted a proposal today to the Public Service Commission that it says would stabilize energy delivery rates in 2014. What would that mean for your bill? Well, if you have electric, your bill would go down about $2 a month. Gas, it would go up $2. If you have both, it would go up about 15 cents a month. That proposal still needs the okay of the New York State Public Service Commission. If it's approved, it would not go into effect until next year.
The Labor Department reports the statewide unemployment rate is 8.2% among 16 to 24-year-olds in Syracuse. It's more than 16%. And today, leaders unveiled a plan to focus on getting jobs for young adults. Employers in certain areas like the No James Market on Syracuse's near west side can receive tax breaks and training money if they hire an unemployed youth in their neighborhood. Annette Rivera started working at No James Market 8 years ago. She's about to graduate from Lemoyne College and says having a job made all the difference.
I wasn't sure whether or not I wanted to go on to college and get a higher education, and being at No James just made me see that there is more out in the world and not just staying here.
Employers need to register for the program. Governor Cuomo's office says 120 businesses across New York have joined, including the No James Market on Syracuse's west side. Good news for boaters this year. New York State canals will open a little earlier than normal. Both the Cayuga, Seneca, and the Oswego canals will open tomorrow. The traditional opening day for the canal system is May 1st, but with the unusually mild winter, they're able to open earlier.
Well, still had new developments in the John Edwards trial. The former presidential candidate's aide claims he felt like he was in danger at one point. Details ahead. Also, the Secret Service is not the only agency stung by a prostitution scandal. Next at 5:30, we'll tell you about an investigation into a state police officer in upstate New York.
You're up to the minute top stories across America tonight. 3 Buffalo area New York State troopers were allegedly involved in a prostitution ring and have been removed from duty. One of the officers allegedly set up and hosted parties while the other 2 attended them. This was discovered after a 4-month internal police investigation. Trooper Titus Taggart, an 18-year veteran of the force, has been suspended without pay. No one has been charged yet in the case. To the John Edwards corruption trial, a former aide to John Edwards says that he thought he was going to be killed when he met with the former presidential candidate to demand he tell the truth about his mistress. Star witness Andrew Young took the stand for a 5th straight day. Edwards faces 6 criminal counts of campaign finance violations from his 2008 run for the presidency. And today, the Space Shuttle Enterprise left the Washington, D.C. area for its new home on board the USS Intrepid in New York City. Erica Edwards shows us the shuttle's journey.
Next at 5:30, a message for moms tonight. Is the decision to breastfeed making women lose money? We'll tell you what a new study found. And still ahead, you love your iPad, your cell phone, your other gadgets, but is all our charging causing an expensive problem? We found out what could zap our wallets next. Hey, good news for the stock market at the close of the week. The Dow Jones finishing up some 23 points. NASDAQ up more than 18. The S&P 500 also having a good day, up +3. We'll be back with more.
Money Matters tonight. Breastfeeding can be costly for working moms. Researchers found that women who breastfed 6 months or longer lost the most money, a drop which continued for years. A study from the National Longitudinal Survey of Youth looked at more than 1,300 first-time mothers in the U.S., and researchers say on-site daycare could help many working women. Well, driving a sedan may cost you more money. AAA's annual driving cost study shows almost a 2% rise in sedan costs. The current figure is just under $9,000 based on 15,000 miles of driving a year. The increase is mostly due to a rise in fuel and tire costs. The study also says car maintenance and insurance rates are up. Americans love using electricity. With all the new devices to charge and big screen televisions, we're all zapping up more juice. Gary Stryker explains that the demand isn't keeping up with the power grid serving our homes and businesses. Walmart is offering its online shoppers a new pay with cash option. Here's how it works. You select your items at walmart.com and select the cash option at checkout. Then you take your email receipt to a Walmart store within 48 hours and pay with cash. And once you pay, you can either have your items shipped to the store or to your preferred address. The news at 6 starts now.